It's so bad, it's good. Makes David sick. Real quick, just an amazing moment took place in the commercial break. Cash the ticket. We cut another episode today. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and rate, review, that whole routine, wherever you get your podcasts. But Rico's like, hey, Mike, I got a game for you. I go, oh, really? Great. I got to cut an episode Thursday. Western Illinois versus UT Martin. And as a friend, I simply walked away because that is...
Hey, man, I got information. I got people working for me. My guy Stu dropped this knowledge on me. Hey, Western Illinois is missing the quarterback, their top rusher, their top wide receiver.
Get me a spread on that
all
game.
5 offensive linemen and 9 defensive starters. So, yeah, the spread's not out yet.
Yeah, and when it comes out, it'll be the other team giving a lot to that team.
So then I gave Mike another game. I'm like, well, how about this?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Here's what he followed up with. You ready for this? Not Oregon and Georgia. Not like even Army against Coastal on the turquoise turf. Go ahead.
You know what I found out? Kenny Cott told me, and it makes sense. When you pick winners, doesn't matter if you go with the sexy games, so long as you pick winners.
But you can lose your self-respect in the process. Go ahead, tell America.
Wofford at Chattanooga. Because
this guy's trying to end the pod before it gets off the ground.
Mike, Wofford is moving from a triple option to a pro-style offense with no transfers.
Call that number, Tennessee Red Line. I mean, Wofford.
Dude, money is money.
All right.
Money's money.
Hit me Friday. I'll find out what the numbers are.
Okay. Just trying to make people some money.
And lose our dignity in the process. All right.
Scott Frost.
Very fair. I have a feeling now this is just going to be the comeback.
No, you know what?
Any sentence I say.
No.
In infinity.
No, I just have to get it in to balance out Maryland when it happens.
No.
Because Maryland will happen, and I'll have to hear that. So
I have a question. We didn't play David's song just for bleeps and giggles. We've talked a lot about U of M, rightfully so. Very good football team, and they have a QB controversy that's being handled in a, let me be polite, odd way, unique way. But what we haven't talked a lot about is the team that plays Friday night. Now, we did have Mel Tucker on last Thursday. You can go to our YouTube channel, which is up, and you can watch the interview. But MSU has been silent. It's been very calm. Very just, oh, wait, I forgot about them. Now, I like that. I don't like noise. I don't like hype. I don't like BS. I don't need any of it. We know who our quarterback is. We know who the 2 backs are. We know the O-line. We know who's in the receiver rotation. We know primarily who's playing on the D-line and linebacker level. We know what we got. How good it all works together or not is something different. My point is, I wanted to ask Spartan fans a question. This is a fan base that for many years feels they get the short end of the stick. They feel like they don't get coverage. They feel like they don't get talked about. They feel like the other guys are always on the front page. I want to ask you if you are growing more comfortable with the last 10 to 12 years, 15 years, where it's okay to just lie in the weeds. Like, I don't hear a lot of noise out of Georgia. It's not that people don't care. It's that we know what they are. We know what the product is. We know what to expect. With Michigan State, you've been ranked firmly in the top 25, and I know that matters to people. Should it? Shouldn't it? Hell, Michigan wasn't ranked last year. They went to the playoff. But getting that ranking, getting that little number, that's water cooler stuff. But it makes people feel better. So you've gotten some respect. You've got a couple of guys, Peyton Thorne on all the preseason lists, Jaden Reed on all the preseason lists. Good stuff.
Right.
You've got your national TV games. You're going to play in several of them. You're debuting Friday night. I want to know if you're comfortable that the other guys are getting all the talk, the other guys are all in the headlines, and we're just here. Because I will tell you something. For all of the sizzle that Mel Tucker brings to the table, and a lot of it is just not in my purview. I'm not a social media person. MSU's out and about in some of those things. I get sent plenty of stuff by Rico, David, Rieger. I get it. I still get to see what's going on without being involved in the nonsense. I want to know if you've reached a point as a Spartan fan where you're confident and comfortable and actually enjoy the silence.
You do, Mike. You're not happy with it, but you're comfortable
Why?
with it.
See, stop right there. Why aren't you happy with it?
Because you want to hear more. You want to hear, because there's a lot of question marks. The last time we really talked about Michigan State, they had 7 offensive linemen. They couldn't even have the spring game because they didn't have enough people to go on both teams. So the defense, when we had Tucker on, I asked a question about the defense and what's it looking like with all the different transfers, the running back. There's questions there, and you want to know something about it. But I think that last year he bought himself some equity with the whole they weren't supposed to do anything, and we got this transfer running back named Kenneth Walker who actually turned out to be something. There was no preseason hype for him. And I think for Michigan State, it's sometimes better when they don't have the hype because they catch people off guard. And as silly as it sounds, yeah, they're an 11-2 team that everybody nationally has said, can't do that again, won't do that again. This team's going to fall. This team's going to do that. So by not hearing anything, you're hoping that a lot of that D'Antonio chip on the shoulder translates to Tucker, who has shown last year he used that same thing. They
Sure.
don't respect you. So, yeah, I'd love to hear more, but you're just not going to get anything out of East Lansing.
I'm comfortable hearing nothing. I'm going to go Friday. I'm going to go enjoy it. I have no idea what the floor for this team is with, all right, let me change that. Obviously, anything below 7-5 would be a bitter disappointment. I think 7-5 would be hard to digest. For me, I'd tolerate 8-4. I'd be happy at 9-3.
See, you say that today, but if they finish the year up 8-4, I know you, buddy.
No.
You're not happy. You're not happy.
I think
David, is he happy at 8-4?
Yeah, but see, I didn't say happy at 8-4. You got to start listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Nah, I like making it up.
8-4, I would tolerate. I'd be happy at 9-3
because
I'd be thrilled at 10 or more.
You want to know why I'm not listening to the words coming out of your mouth? Because I know with you, there is no gray area. There is no middle ground. Either you love it or you hate it. There is no tolerate.
Largely true.
Well, I can tolerate.
No, it's
please.
largely true.
Oh my God, we're 8-4. Congratulations. You took the step backwards.
Yeah, but
we
I
got
also-
bombed by team this,
I
and
also
this.
don't view it that this is a finished product.
No.
I don't view it like last year is the expectation. Last year, let me tell you something, and you'll laugh at this. Last year was the most fun I've had as a Spartan fan since the Rose Bowl year. And that included a playoff run. The playoff run was stressful. It wasn't fun.
You're right, because they had to win, because you were at, you're right, because you wanted that seat at the big boy table.
Right.
That every week you're sweating it out. And I remember when they lost
Nebraska.
to
And
Nebraska.
I was down at Ole Miss for that game.
They lost in Nebraska, and I remember listening to you on the radio saying they have no shot at this. And
I never thought we'd get back with a chance in because we're not, not USC. They're dead. But we're not Ohio State. We're not Notre Dame. They don't give teams like us a reprieve. I enjoyed the hell out of last year because it was unexpected, because it was
no pressure.
It was stunning, and you just got to enjoy it. And then
you know why you loved last year?
Why?
Because last year Mel Tucker gave you everything you have been asking for 7 years.
Yes.
Fun plays,
Touchdown
fun
play.
football.
I love the touchdown
quarterback throwing it deep, trick
Flea
plays.
flickers.
David loved how every game started off with a touchdown. He loved that.
So my question to Spartan fans, and again, you don't get to bitch and moan that we don't talk Spartans if you don't support the topic. So you can take a text in, you can call, and you can do whatever you want. I'm asking you guys for the mindset. We spend a lot of time talking about the school down the road. But this is about Michigan State and whether you have found a comfort level. How about this? There's a confidence that you don't need the talk because you know the walk's getting done. 248-539-9797.